Items that appeared to belong to Brian Laundrie were just found in a Florida park, and it seems that we are closer than ever to finding him. I'm Mackenzie, and let's get into all the details we have so far, but make sure to subscribe here for any updates. It was reported today that Brian Laundrie's parents intended to travel to Myakkachi Creek Environmental Park to search for Brian themselves. After law enforcement learned of this, the FBI and other police units were also called to this area, where his parents believe that Brian used to camp a lot. As of now, Brian has been missing for over a month, and law enforcement is searching tirelessly to find him or his remains. Last week, a coroner ruled that 22-year-old Gabby Petito had been strangled to death and left in the woods for weeks before she was found. Then Brian's parents say he was last seen on September 13th before going for a hike alone and never returning. It was just announced today by Laundrie's family lawyer, Brian Bertolino, that after a brief search with parents Chris and Roberta Laundrie, quote, some articles belonging to Brian were found, adding that law enforcement is now conducting a more thorough investigation of that specific area. Footage shot by a news helicopter above the reserve showed a tent had been pitched in the location where Brian Laundrie's items were believed to have been discovered. A medical examiner was also called to the scene to examine the items in question. Fox News reported that a law enforcement officer was seen telling Brian's parents that they, quote, might have found something. For a quick refresher, Myakkachi Creek Environmental Park is where the car driven by Brian was discovered after he went missing. The FBI's Tampa field office backed up these reports by tweeting out, quote, items of interest were located at the Carlton Reserve this morning in connection with the search for Brian Laundrie. An FBI evidence response team is processing the scene. The reserve is closed to the public and no further details are available at this time. Brian Laundrie has still not been considered a suspect in the death of Gabby Petito, who was Brian's fiancée at the time of her death that was just ruled a homicide by strangulation. However, the FBI has issued a federal arrest warrant and charged him with fraudulently using her debit card after her death. And this fraud charge has been what's allowed the search to legally take place. So that's all we know right now, but like I said before, so much is coming out right at this very moment, so make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to hear any updates that we may have. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith. Make sure to check us out on social media, and I'll catch you all in the next one.